All right, welcome back to the Friday briefing. Many thanks for staying with us. Of course, we continue with the broadcast. But before we take a look at various developments that have arisen in the course of the day, we just have to take a look at the guy who will be telling us a little bit more about himself. He's already in studio. He goes by a new name these days, so I don't know, should I let him introduce himself? Let me just give you the honor. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's Josh Manio.
Josh Manio.
Yeah.
We need to know where that name came up. Was it there before?
It's some deep stuff.
It's some deep stuff.
Some deep stuff.
No problem. We have the time. Many thanks for making time.
Thank you.
And I'm sure it'll definitely be an awesome conversation.
Definitely.
Yes, so as we anticipate that particular conversation, let's take a look at one particular story where the Council of Imams and Preachers of Kenya is now asking the government not to withdraw KDF soldiers from Somalia in the wake of the Dusit D2 terrorist attack in Nairobi. Elsewhere, Deputy President William Ruto has asked the judicial arm of the government to discharge its mandate diligently and in accordance with the law. This and much more in our news roundup.
Speaking to journalists at a news conference in Mombasa, the Council of Imams and Preachers of Kenya said the Riverside terror attack was evidence that the terror group could launch more attacks inside Kenya if given a chance. The leaders therefore said the KDF soldiers should remain in Somalia to stop their evil machinations. The Council's Secretary-General Sheikh Mohammed Khalifa urged the political class to stop calls for withdrawal of Kenyan soldiers in Somalia. Elsewhere, a group of senators and members of parliament have called on the new legislation to address the rising number of stateless persons in the country. The legislators have also called on the government to ease the process of acquiring a new identification card, noting that the current system is complex and full of bureaucracy. This has come up after details emerged that there were close to 50,000 stateless persons in the country. And in Nakuru, the case in which an aide to a cabinet secretary has been charged for allegedly defiling the CSA's daughter came up for mention in court today. Ruben Kiborek has been accused of defiling a 16-year-old at a hotel in Nakuru on December 23rd last year. The prosecution wants the accused to be given a bond of not less than Kenya shillings 2 million. The application is to be heard on February 22nd. And finally, the International Association of Pediatric Dentistry has held its first ever tri-regional meeting in Nairobi. The three-day meeting, which has drawn participants from across the globe, seeks to help share knowledge, research and information in regard to child dentistry. Medics at the meeting warned against delaying to take a child to a doctor over dental health care.
The world is now becoming smaller, so we would like our people, our Kenyan citizens, our neighboring Tanzanians, the whole of Africa and the world in general, we get to do things right and to do them in tandem.
Well, all right, following that report, it's about time. Let's talk to the man himself, Manio. You know, yeah. Josh, some of you might remember or still refer to him as Amos and Josh, but he's about to clarify a couple of things right here on the Friday briefing. So once again, welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's been a crazy week. I think that's the best way to start, especially for country number one with the terrorist attack that just occurred. As a music industry, what message could you give Kenyans?
Actually, it's been a very, very tough week, especially for me, especially for Amos and Josh.
Yeah.
Because in the same week, we lost our producer, Bruce Odhiambo.
Yeah, Bruce Odhiambo.
And it's been tough.
Yeah.
It was, this week has been my birthday week, and things are just...
Oh, it has.
weird,
Happy birthday,
you know?
bro, man. Yeah.
But I just say that Kenya is very resilient. You know, we are very strong. Sincere condolences to the families that lost their loved ones. But Kenya has shown that it's very strong.
Oh, definitely.
So let's stay strong and let's keep fighting together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've come out of this very strong.
Yeah.
You know, and good thing you've mentioned the late Bruce Odhiambo.
Yeah.
What part did he play in your career?
Bruce played a very big role. It's not even far away from music. Bruce took time to teach us how to be businessmen, how to be disciplined. He was like a father to us guys. So we didn't just lose a producer, we lost a friend, we lost a dad, you know. Bruce helped us meet some important people that we never thought would have met. He got us on big stages that we never thought would have gotten on, you know, so may God rest his soul in peace.
No, exactly. You know, at times us ordinary folk need someone like that to connect us, you know. Exactly. Ordinary folk, you know, that's obviously the next thing.
Yes.
I've listened to it personally.
Okay.
One day ago, that's when you checked it, and it's a very good song. You know, feel-good pop. It has a feel-good pop feeling, you know. Yeah, there's something about it right there. Tell us the story behind it before we get to the whole story of going solo.
It's actually people like Bruce who inspired the song, where I've met people who maybe in the public light or in some way have a lot of negativity around them, but they've ended up being the most important people in my life. They've helped me a lot. So it's about how people judge each other based on very limited information that they know of them. But when you get to meet these people, get to know them, you get to understand a whole different perspective, a whole different picture. So it is just in that moment where I was reflecting and thinking, wow, these people have been so instrumental in my life.
Yeah.
It showed me that we are not ordinary folk. There's a lot about Rogers that people don't know.
Exactly.
You know? They need to find out.
Yes. That's very true. Now, you're going solo, man.
Yes.
And, you know, the good thing about the music industry is that it rarely forgets. You know, back then, if you chuck a hit, they will still recognize you with that particular hit. You know, Badai, we still remember it.
Yeah.
And the name that stood out was Amos and Josh.
Yes.
Now, kindly clarify this whole thing, because right now it's Josh Manu, and I'm sure many people might be asking, is there bad blood? And I'm sure there's none. Yeah?
No, there's no bad
But just
blood at all.
clarify, is it about building brands?
It's about building brands, exactly. It's about building brands, it's about growth, like personal growth, because at the end of the day, we're individuals, and we have ambitions and stuff like that. And I'm not supposed to let anything out of the bag, but Amos will be in a whole different light that people don't even know, but it's coming. It's totally special, and we are actually helping each other in the journey. If you've noticed, my music is on the Amos and Josh page still. So we are still using our platform, still using our fan base, and hoping that our fan base will still love us back and accept our personal brands, and we see how it will go. Yeah.
This issue of branding, I mean, it's very, very tough, especially when you're starting off. You know, branding yourself in terms of how you'll want people to perceive you, not just you, but the product you're putting out there. It has been a challenge, yes.
Yes.
Take us through it, because personally, I mean, I'm also supposed to be a brand. I'm also supposed to think along those lines. As many as also, guys back at home should also think about that. Take us through the essential of branding, perhaps.
I think branding is about quality, consistency, and some level of your own truth. A brand needs to mean something, you know, and I want my brand to mean something. I want Manu to mean something. I want it to mean the man aspect of the name Manu is about humanity. It's about being humane, and my name is written with a small I. So I'm small, as in being humane is the main thing. I am second to that, you know. So I want Manu to mean that. I want Manu to mean how I care about people and people's stories, you know. And I just want to share life. I just want to be me.
That's amazing. Just being you, sharing life. And also sharing music.
Yes.
Is there something that will change, you know, in terms of the Josh we knew and the Josh Manu right now that we are getting to know?
Well, a lot has already changed. Yes. I'm a family man now. I'm a little bigger.
Gym pia. Now family wanasaidia pia hapo, you know.
My family is already in my business, like totally.
Yes.
We have a vlog together called Ordinary Folk.
Yes.
And it's a lot of funny stuff there where we just share our life and how we met. My daughter is in the video, Ordinary Folk video already. So I just want to pour myself. yeah.
You want to live life for yourself,
Yeah.
as well as enjoy it with your
Yeah,
family as
exactly.
well. I watched the video, by the way.
Yeah?
It's interesting, I must say. In case you haven't watched it, kindly make way to the YouTube channel
Yes.
and watch it. You know, Ordinary Folk. Now that you're solo, yes,
Yeah.
and a lot is changing, you know,
Yeah.
in terms of your music, in terms of, you know, you being a family man as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Tell us about the solo career, because you've been with, you've been a pair
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
You know, now the transition to solo, to a solo artist, how exactly is it? The challenges that might arise? Yeah,
I think it's, first of all, it's scary.
it's scary.
Because
Yeah?
I'm used to, you know, the duo thing. And if I'm not able to answer some things, let's say to tumekuja interview, I can't answer some questions, I know Amos is there. And amesoma books mob.
Yeah.
Ako na points.
Uh-huh.
So it's a little bit scary, but it's a challenge as well, where I'm willing, or okay, I've decided to put everything that I've learned into play. If there's a time I've been focused or ready to do something or take on something, is now.
Yes, right now.
Like I'm really, really going for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's very deep. We'll get to know more a little bit about you. Apart from music, you've
Yeah.
mentioned family, you've mentioned a couple of things I think we'd definitely expound on. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I want to put you on the spot again. I remember the last time you were on the Friday briefing. Things didn't go as expected.
Yes. That was a mess.
It's a new year, you know, it's, we're called Manu this time round,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so we'll definitely do it properly. I just want you to introduce a story.
Okay.
It'll be a walk in the pack. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So that's your camera right there. Feel free.
Sawa,
Take us
sawa.
through the story, okay?
Aye.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the IEBC rolled out the process of replacing the former CEO, Ezra Chilobe, was fired October last year after he snubbed summons to appear before the Commission's disciplinary committee hearing relating to the post-election spending audit. Interested candidates have until the end of the month to apply. Yeah.